Hello. Howdy, hi, welcome. Come on in. Sit down. Shut up. No. Imagine a streamer that got mad at people for chatting. It's like, why are you chatting? Huh? it's like, this ain't no class. But howdy. Hi. Welcome. Just a little chat and stream today, because I have quite a lot I want to do. I've got a lot of work to do. So I wanted to do that. But I can't just leave you all sitting around going, when's Twiins gonna stream? When will she serenade us with her crunchy voice and crummy opinions? Ink, why are you fuckers talking? You're supposed to admire me, not talk about me. I'm also gonna let you all know, I'm gonna be quite busy next week, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to stream next week. If I can think of something funny for April Fool's Day, I'll try to, get a little stream in, but, it really hinges on me being able to think of something funny. Saw the new trailer for the Guilty Gear anime. Wow, it looks like it's gonna be pretty good. Well, hey, that's great. I did not hear about this at all, and I'm surprised. I figured you'd think somebody would have mentioned it on the Discord. But no, I haven't heard anything, and that's okay. I hope it's good. Hope it's fun and swell. I hope it at least has good fights. Twiins, get a new evil twin, but it's a male version of Twiins and is pure evil. You know, I should make a male version of me. I don't know what he'd be called. What's Twiins backwards? Snoot? Well, I hate that name. But I should design a male version of me, because I can. The thing is, with Doug, I kinda don't have to, you know? Like, I've got my own special little handsome man all on my own. Where are you? There you are. There's Doug. Doug can hang out. Snoot. It's so stupid sounding. Doug stream? I thought about doing a Doug stream on St. Patrick's Day, because Doug is the member of cast who has green in his design. But that was a Monday, and I wanted to focus on charging forward in my very, very long Baldur's Gate adventure, so I did not. Make him wear the same dress, but his cleavage is out. In's twink. I think I'll abstain from the twink. From the twink name. I'll think about it. I got lots of art projects already on the docket, so maybe we'll do that on a stream. But I don't know. Somebody on the Discord, sorry, did you see me fully shut down for a moment there? Somebody on the Discord has already suggested quite a swell idea of basically doing human versions of soda pops. And it had been posited as magical girls and boys, but I think I just want to do normal people, just so that I don't have to feel limited in fitting a magical girl aesthetic for all of them. You know what I'm saying? But that sounds fun. So we'll start doing that at some point in the not too distant future. Well, I personally got nothing to say about the Guilty Gear anime. I hope it's good. Sorry, I'm picking a whole eyelash out of my eye, which is why my face got all weird. Although, I worry it'll be a little too much fan service, not in the normal anime way. But, oh, in the sense of, hey, remember this, remember that obscure thing? That makes sense. That makes sense. Here's hoping that the the fan service isn't too egregious and can be like, yes, we know, we saw that part too. Okay, now back to the new stuff. Switch 2 Direct next week. I'm so glad I stremmed so I could. What day? When is this Direct? When is this Direct happening? Because this changes things. I might find time to stream if I have lots of opinions, which I tend to have. But yeah, give me the deets. Wednesday. Uh-oh. All right. Well, I'll consider that. Yeah, I'm excited. That's exciting. Also, Twiins, thanks for the art critique. I can't wait for another stream like that. I'm glad you guys all enjoyed that. I was worried people would be upset or just not have any fun with it, and you all were very excited, and that's swell. I'm glad you guys all really had fun with that. So I guess we'll have to do another one in the future at some point. I suppose. The MHA, I don't know what that acronym stands for. My Hero Academia, Vigilantes anime is also coming out. Wow. That's great. I don't care. I thought about watching My Hero Academia, and then it kept going, and then I lost interest in the idea of watching it. I was like, I'll wait till it finishes, which is such an irrational way to think about anime. I'll wait until it's done. Sorry, I was so distracted by how loud my PC was, and then it kept going, and then I was like, actually, I think I dodged a bit of a bullet there. Yeah, my PC is so loud right now. Can you guys hear that? Listen. Did you hear it? Did you hear PC-kun? I gotta blow out the dust of that guy. Do you get, like, an expectation for the Switch 2? Oh, man. I don't know about expectations. I guess a wish list is more of what I've got going on. MHA manga is over and the anime is almost done. Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like it's gone in places I don't care about. I loved the critique stream so much. I've been busy, but I plan on redrawing the piece I submitted. Hey, that's great. That's super fun. and I hope you have fun doing it. The fan is going crazy. Yes, that is the fan. So I should open it and blow it out with some compressed air at some point. I'll make time to do that. But yeah, okay, Switch 2. Trying to get better and definitely gonna change Chiara's front pose eventually. Just been drawing her over and over like I would in a comic. There you go. I think that's a great way to approach character design, is draw them once, just standing around, and then for something like a comic, draw a bunch of them doing things, so then you learn what's superfluous that you can get rid of. But yeah, Switch 2, okay, wish list for Switch 2. A new Animal Crossing would be great, but I don't expect that. A new Zelda announcement would also be great, but I also don't necessarily expect that, because Tears of the Kingdom was relatively recent. If we do get an announcement, it'd be kind of like the first Breath of the Wild trailer, where it's like, Zelda coming at some point. Yeah, you know? And it's like, okay, cool. We'll just be excited for that for a little bit. Let Zeltic and all the other, like, theory crafters, like, hyperanalyze the trailer for a handful of months. I do think we can expect a new Mario game of some sort. Whether that be a mainline 3D game or like a new Super Mario Bros 2D game. We could get new Super Mario Bros Wonderland, you know, because we had got Wonder, and then there's like Super Mario Land. So maybe we get a sequel to that. That'd be swell. But I do expect a Mario. Something that could also come out at us hot and fast is a Smash Brothers. Yeah, well, it's about that time. With a new console, a new Smash, that's usually how it works. So That could be really, really, really exciting. Also, there's just something really great about when we have Smash Bros. And the man with fucking Ultimate, how every Nintendo Direct was like, got to be punctuated with these nice Smash announcements. It was so fun. It was always so exciting. New Kirby? Ooh! A new Kirby game could be pretty swell. I feel like Kirby always comes out at you at like, out of fucking nowhere. I'd love a new Kirby game, but I don't necessarily expect one. I would be delighted if I were proven wrong. I would bet we would probably get a little bit more info on Pokemon. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh, Splatoon could be cool. Now I'm looking at what you guys are saying, so I could steal your good answers. Because they're made by the same team, I expect either a new Splatoon or Animal Crossing, but not both. They're made by the same team? No way. That explains why they're both so charming and have such nice, like, textures. Follow-up question to that, Twiins, do you want a 2D or 3D Mario? Personally, I've always preferred the 3D Marios. Oh my gosh, a new person and you're not a bot! Cupcake the Demon! I remember you! I saw you on it was either Twitter or Blue Sky. Welcome. I appreciate you being here. Glad I can finally watch your streams. I just got Twitch like a bit ago and haven't used it a lot yet, but I can't wait to use it more specifically for streaming in the future. Welcome. I appreciate you being here. Everyone say hi. Hi, Cupcake the Demon. I will definitely end up calling you Cupcake. I tend to abbreviate people's names. Unless if they're hard to abbreviate. Like War Thunders. But yeah, I prefer 3D Mario always. It's just more fun. I like exploring the world. Also, it's been so fucking long. Remember this. So, Odyssey came out the same year as Breath of the Wild. And we've gotten a Zelda since then. So, I'd love a new 3D Mario, so then all the Mario speedrunners that I watch play Mario Hide and Seek will have to adjust to a whole new game, which could be super fun. I'd be delighted for that. So yeah, I choose 3D, but you never know with Nintendo. Totally forgot about the Switch too. Haven't heard much about it recently. Yeah, I mean, it only recently kind of came to light. And even then, I don't think we have a release date for it yet. Like, is it coming out this year? I can't quite remember. If it's not this year, it's next year. An ARMS sequel! Oh, that's a great pick! ARMS was solid! I never played it, but like, what an iconic game. Everyone liked ARMS. I'm right there with you. An ARMS sequel, that'd be swell. You know how they add to it? They add legs. And I mean that. Maybe a new F-Zero. Could be nifty. Maybe a Metroid. Maybe we get some Metroid information. That'd be really swell. I definitely want it to be kind of like mostly heavy hitters, you know? I don't want it to be like one of them, you know, usual kind of Nintendo Directs where it's like they've got like 30 games and out of all of them, 20 of them are like, here's some new shovelware. And it's like, that's swell. That's swell for the shovelware. And then there's 5 games that you're actually like, fuck yeah, fuck yeah. I want it to be all fuck yes. Twins don't make me feel old. I'm only 23. Old enough that your knees pop when you stand up, don't they? New Splatoon is kinda a given, I'd say. Isn't like one of their more popular series in the modern day, I'm sure of it. That's true, but it feels like Splatoon 3 took forever to come out. That was relatively deep into the Switch's life cycle, wasn't it? Maybe it only feels that way because it then took a couple of years for it to actually become good. As they added more maps and such to it. Bayonetta 4? Bayonetta 4 could be alright. Oh, I should play Bayonetta on stream. That'd be cool. Because it was so boring playing it on my own. It would definitely be more fun with you guys, I think. At least because then I would be obligated to play more of it. I like the idea of a new Bayonetta just because I like to see what Bayo wears. Yeah, I like her outfits. I probably won't get one at all. I only got the Switch I have currently because I bought it off a guy I used to work with for $200. That's fair. Theoretically, you could sell the Switch and then use, like, for $200 and then, like, use that towards the Switch too. Theoretically. I'm absolutely gonna get one. Nintendo's the only thing that I'm like, I have to be current gen with. Personally. Like, I can wait a couple years for the PlayStation New. But I need to be playing Nintendo. But it's because Nintendo's so good at dropping, like, hey, here's the Switch. Also, here's a new Zelda. And it's like, okay, so I need that. Mario Kart, I don't care. That being said, I do expect more Mario Kart. Because we know there's a new one coming, don't we? I bet we'll get some info on that. Yeah. That'd be neato. Yeah, isn't there already Devil May Cry 5? I don't care about DMC personally. So I hope you get what you want. But I don't really know what it is you want. Since I don't play that game. I hope he is handsome and the action is fun. And the girls are cool. The things that I think are in Devil May Cry. It's called Devil May Cry, right? Yeah. I was thinking of Devil May Cry Baby, and I'm like, don't mix those up. Excited for the PS4/Xbone games to be on the Switch too. That would be pretty fly. There's plenty of PlayStation 4 games. Playing the PS4 now feels archaic and bad. I basically only use it for Elden Ring out there in the living room. Because I'm bad at Elden Ring. And basically, I just have to watch Lil Aggie play and be like, I bet I can play. He's a speedrunner. And watch him play, and then go, I bet I can play. And then I play for a little bit and I die. And then I go, great, had a swell time. We ain't getting Bayo for a while, probably. Platinum Studios is going through a phase. Well, then I hope if they're going through a phase, what we get instead is more info on the, Okami! I forgot that there was an Okami trailer earlier this year. That was over on Nintendo's side. No, PlayStation's side, though. That was, like, in the PlayStation, stream. So I don't know if we'll get it over here in Nintendo Land as well. But I would much rather Platinum focus on Okami, because fuck yeah. I'm excited for Pokemon Za. My girl Chikorita's gonna get some respect. I feel like everyone likes Chikorita. If someone's like, nah, Chikorita blows, it's like, I don't know. They also probably have heads in their fridges, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm also really excited for Za. I'm so excited to see what they do with the starters, because I basically love all of them. Meganium, Feraligatr, and Pignite, like, oops, all bangers, you know? So yeah, I'm excited for that. Excited for the story. Excited. I really liked Legends Arceus' story, so I want to see them do even more. Wonder what's gonna happen with Bayonetta, since the creator, as well as a bunch of other devs from Platinum Games, split to make Clover Studio, who are making Okami 2. You mean Okami 3. And technically, they were already, they were Clovers before they were absorbed into Platinum. Clover made Okami, and then they became Platinum when they made Bayonetta. So it's the same guys. It's always been the same guys. It's just going through a bunch of name changes. But yeah, it's the third Okami game. Okami 2 was on the DS. But, yeah, I don't know. Personally, I like Okami way more than Bayonetta, and I like Bayonetta plenty, but, ooh, goddamn, I'm excited. I also haven't played Mario Kart in a while. 8 could not grab me. I could not care less about 8. The gimmick of driving on the walls was bad and boring, and, I hate. If we're gonna get another Mario Kart, okay, let everyone pay attention. I do not want, one, Do not make me customize a cart. I just make the same sort of average, good at everything cart. That is fucking boring. Do not make me choose the wheels. Just give me carts aesthetic after each character. 2, do not make me drive underwater. Do not make me float for a moment. Those are boring. You know what is bad in a car racer? Forcing all your momentum to stop so you can do a stupid little glide. Just make me race in a car on a road. That's it. Hot take over. And it's not even hot. That's a good take. Interesting question. Do you think they'll still make games for the Switch 1 for a while after they, like how they did for the Wii U? I bet they will. Some kind of cross-platform stuff. Especially since the Switch 2 is for mostly backwards compatible, according to what they said last time. Maybe we'll get some more info on that. But, yeah, I'm trying to scoot closer to my desk. So I bet yes, for a bit there, but I don't know for how long. Damn, we're throwing out our favorite franchises, Twiins. I don't give a fuck. Listen. You don't need me to give a fuck about all your favorite franchises. The closest thing I've ever come to giving a fuck about Devil May Cry is that I'm like, Dante's pretty handsome, I suppose. But he also doesn't really hold a candle to, like, Captain Falcon, so, and I also don't really care about F-Zero. I'm not usually up to date on gaming news. The only games I play is Roblox and Minecraft. Cupcake the Demon. Revealing that they are 11 in chat. I know Roblox is incredibly popular, but in my eyes it really is only played by children, which I know is wrong. Nintendo Land 2 would be pretty nifty, but Cupcake, I'm also often out of the loop on. So, you know how many times I learn about something happening because chat mentions it, that I started a stream and I'm like, what's up guys? And everyone's like, oh my god, the Pokemon Direct tomorrow. And it's like, what? So don't worry, I'm right there with you. Be careful with the Pokemon leaks. I will avert mine eyes if I spot something coming up. They should make your car turn into a helicopter. It's Mario Kart, but you're not even in a cart. It's just a helicopter. Hey Twin, so one of my many coworkers whom I never met got fired this week. Aw, damn. And I got a call from my friend who I work with. Oh, okay, there's a whole lot of not periods in here, so it might take me a second to suss out what you're saying. Told me that is part of HR. The coworker wanted to do the office siren trends, come in the office looking a hot mess, and she was a fury dress in BDSM gear, and was surprised that HR fired her. Wow. So this sure was a very big-lipped alligator thing to share in chat. Incredibly unrelated to anything I was talking about. Thank you for sharing, but yeah, she's stupid if she thinks she can wear a bunch of kink outfits and walk into an office and not get fired. But also, I never know how to pronounce your name. K, but also K, you have come into chat before and then just lied, so I'm inclined not to believe you. I feel like you often will just say things in chat for attention and then be like, I lied. And it's like, well, I was excited when you said that you were pregnant. And I don't appreciate getting lied to. So if it's a real story, well, your friend is stupid. Bummer about getting fired, though. My friend just got into Minecraft recently. They're obsessed with it. Fortnite as well. The only thing that has ever made me consider engaging with Fortnite in any degree has been Hatsune Miku. And even then, I was like, I don't really care. I don't like Royale games like that. It's kind of like Fall Guys. I just could not get into, because it's like, I don't know, you play and then you win once, and then what's the point? Trying to win again? You already did it. Sure, it's a story. Sounds like a video game. It does sound pretty. I guess. Yeah. You know what? Surge out here connecting the dots for me, like a connect the dots picture, and it's like I cannot find 13. You need a friend to be like, it's way over there. Everyone just been shitting on Chikorita. You gotta get into different circles. I have seen nothing but #1 Chikorita fans. I have seen people up and down being excited for Chikorita, and I haven't seen anyone talking about either of the other two starters. So you gotta wander into different areas of the internet to find your people. And get out of the hater corner that you seem to be stuck in. Guess I gotta be the only Chikorita hater in chat, it seems. If they were to add dual types, new, like, secondary types to the 3, what do you think they ought to go with? My obvious answer is for Chikorita to become Fairy. Grass Fairy. But a part of me is like, is that too Route 1? And then I'm like, yeah, but it's got a giant flower on it. So that's what I choose. But Pig Knight's the really interesting one because it's already firefighting, and so it's like, okay, what do you do? Do you just copycat? Do you just copycat Incineroar and make it Fire Dark? Make it a heal. Honestly, can't think of any other core Nintendo games. Yeah, I kind of listed them all. Banjo. That's my secret hidden wish. I don't expect it. But I would love some information about a new Banjo game. Do you know, that's a great goddamn way. A great goddamn way to make me immediately buy a Switch 2. I don't care what the price is. If it drops with a new Banjo, and I guarantee you I would not be the only one. I'm so excited. I was filing my nails. And I started tapping with my nail file. I would not be the only one either. You drop a new Banjo title and people are eating that up. So that's what I say. Give us Mario, give us Zelda, give us Metroid, sure. Give us Banjo, now we're cooking with gas. Is a Rare owned by Xbox/Microsoft? Yes, but Xbox/Microsoft has been very interested in holding hands with Nintendo for quite a while now. And I think Banjo getting into Smash is a good kind of step in the right direction. It's what, but yeah, we do have to wait for Xbox to be like, hey, here you go. But they might, you know, they've been pretty chill. Water Ghost for Alligator. So we have all 3 ghost starters. Yeah, everyone in chat seems to like ghosts. Banjo with the Zelda treatment open world. Twiins would be locked in. I would be. Banjo's already pretty open world. But imagine, yeah, if you didn't have to, like, enter, like, a door, and then you go to a whole different... Like, if you could stand in Treasure Trove Cove, look out in the distance, and see the swamp. You know, see Bubble Gloop Swamp right over there? That'd be pretty flippin' neato. Oh, you know, definitely might get a new Mario Sport game. Oh, yeah. Those are hotcakes, aren't they? Those sell like they're going out of style. And then people are like, all I care about is goddamn tennis. For like 1 month, and then it goes away. And then it's like, wasn't everyone playing the tennis game? And it's like, yeah, well, yeah, we're done. And it's like, oh, alright. So, I mean, you know, if it ain't broke, I guess don't fix it. Just let us play as Waluigi. Let us play as Waluigi and start adding Pauline. I want Pauline added to, like, Mario's usual roster of friends. You know, like give us a Mario Kart and let us drive as Pauline. That'd be swell. You know, if we're gonna have Rosalina join our normal rotation, I think she should absolutely be incorporated as well. Personally. Wii Sports? Oh, a sports game! I bet you we could probably get a sport game. I definitely wouldn't expect something like, on second, like, 1-2 Switch 2. What a terrible title that'd be. 1-2 Switch was, like, a a pale shadow in comparison to Nintendo Land or the sports games. Oh man, that was the thing. We didn't have a Wii growing up, and I really wanted one. I wanted Wii Sports so bad. I wanted to play sports all day, every day. My parents are stupid. Cause it's like, I want to play tennis. I want to play the tennis, please. And it's like, you can play real tennis. I'll buy you a real tennis ball. And it's like, okay, so first of all, that's completely different. Second of all, what are you, fucking dumb? We already are interested in a physical activity. Oh, all you do is play video games. Why don't you play outside? Says my parents. Hey, we want to, but it's just not outside. Outside, it's hot or rainy or windy or stupid. No one likes being outside except for freaks. So, Wii Sports is iconic, and it sucks that the remakes suck. Yeah. So, but maybe we can get like a for real Wii Sports game coming back in hot, letting us play tennis and boxing. Let us make Mii's with a little bit more fidelity, you know? Oh, footage of Sonic Crossworlds. That would be pretty flippin' neato too. I think that sounds nice. But Tomodachi Life. Give us the people crave Tomodachi Life. That's what I want. I want some Tomodachi Life. A new one coming in. Oh my god. That'd be so cool. Outside is for the weirdos. Media has told me if you like sports, you'll be the school bully. So no outside for me. There you go. You stay inside so you can be the bullied one. We had a Wii for a bit when I was younger. I have a very vivid memory of one of my siblings playing Wii Sports and they ended up letting go of the controller. It didn't hit the TV, thankfully, but it did hit the wall and broke the controller. You're supposed to use the wrist strap. My cousins had a Wii. And we were very adamant about using them wrist straps. Critter and I, we've always been good girls. We always follow the rules. But, yeah, that's, it's why the wrist straps exist. Joy-Cons, though, fuck that. I'm not gonna put a strap of Joy-Con to me. But also, I don't think I've ever used the Joy-Cons as, like, for motion. Outside of, you know, kind of generally shaking the controller in Mario to roll faster. I think aiming with Splatoon. Been playing Supersonic Racer at your brother's place, and I Rage Gamer. We need some OG Sonic characters to come back. Cream and Cheese are MIA. Cream and Cheese! You know, that's so valid, though. Cream and Cheese have never been that active as participants, though. They were in Sonic Heroes. Was that one? Yes, Sonic Heroes. But I don't know. I like Cream and Cheese playing the role of, like, shop manager. Like, if they're gonna show up, I want them to be behind a desk, and it's like, hi, I'm here to purchase, an upgrade or whatever. Personally. I don't know I can't remember who's in that one. There's only so many Sonic characters they tend to cycle in. I'm glad Vector Crocodile has gotten the chance to play more often. I killed a man with this thumb? Well, damn. I hope you had fun doing that. Makes me glad I was a PlayStation kid, didn't have to worry about flying controllers. The flying controllers only really happened once the Wii came out, so assuming, I don't know, maybe you are quite young. But also the Wii, that's like forever ago. I was in, like, what, middle school or something? Middle school or high school? God damn. God damn, I'm old. I'm glad they've slowed down on the production of new consoles. It feels like they were, like, especially PlayStation and Xbox, it feels like they were coming out constantly. And I'm glad that we've slowed that down a bit. At least it feels that way. They are in one game as main characters. Yeah, Heroes, yeah? Cream is like 5. You think she could run a shop? Cream is also, like, pretty smart. Also, she's got Cheese with her. Cheese can handle all the money. Cream just sits there and goes, "Hi, would you like to buy something? Thanks, Sonic, here you go." I like Sonic characters. I wish I knew more about them. Not something most people would think for the Switch 2, but I wouldn't doubt more VR implementation. Like, you think they're gonna make their own VR headset? Like, kind of like how, you know, we've got like the Oculus. You think Nintendo's gonna do something like that? They might. Nintendo isn't afraid of innovation, but they're also not really trend chasers. So maybe they could. I just don't know. I feel like, for the most part, VR is quite unsuccessful for video gaming. I like, outside of the VR chat thing. You stand around in a world and you're like an anime character, and you can like chit chat with people. Like, outside of that one, like, who uses VR? But I don't know. That's what I would want it for. I want a VR headset in order to stream 3D content for you guys better. So it can track me, and I can move in the third dimension smoother and in a more fun, cool way. That's why I want one. We came out in 06. Goddamn. That's really crazy, because the Wii feels so much more recent than Sonic 06. And it's not. Wow. Wow. Goddamn. Me and my brother had an Xbox 360 for a while. We lived with a relative at the time, and one night, her and her son's friend got into an argument, and he got kicked out. He was staying there for a bit. We woke up the next morning, and the Xbox was gone. Damn. Boys do be doing that kind of thing. That's a real bummeroni for you. I'm sorry for your Xbox-related loss. You want a Steam Deck? Oh, yeah! Critter's got a Steam Deck. That's how she plays Baldur's Gate. And that's what made me go, I need Baldur's Gate. Because she got it for the PC, could not run it on her PC. Got a Steam Deck, and was like, I'm playing Baldur's Gate. And I was like, I need this video game. Because I saw her character, and I was like, but I'm not getting no Steam Deck. Because I just don't have enough Steam games. I didn't want to play Baldur's Gate handheld. And thus, I obtained a PlayStation 5. And I knew I would eventually anyway. It is niche, but you make an ad for children to buy the Nintendo VR or something that you can hang out with Mario in the VR world. That does sound like free money for Nintendo. It kind of does. I think they could. Nintendo's not afraid to do kind of more experimental types of games. Like, it wouldn't be any kind of mainline thing, but it'd be like VR, you take care of Pokemon. VR, hang out with, probably like a game collection like Nintendo Land or something. So they could, but it just feels so like such a narrow collection that they could do. Selection they could do. Sonic Heroes had 4 teams. It's true. Excalibur is correct. And he's gonna list all of the things, and it's all going to be true, I'm sure. Team Sonic with Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, correct. Team Rose had Amy, Cream, and Big the Cat, which is true. Team Dark had Shadow Rouge and E123 Omega, and Team Chaotix with Vector, Espio, and Charmy B. Fun fact, there was supposed to be another team consisting of Metal Sonic, Mighty the Armadillo, and Ray the Flying Squirrel, but they got cut. I find that hard to believe. Because I feel like people didn't care about Mighty and Ray until that one Sonic 2D game came out that featured them. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's always been a Mighty and Ray like fan base clamoring for more, and that they've just been dodged on until relatively recently. Sometimes I want to sit on the couch. That's fair. I don't. I don't want to sit on the couch. But that is fair for you. I feel like I was gonna say something and I can't remember. Oh, your brother was more pissed? Well, I'm condolences towards the brother. Resident Evil 7. Oh yeah, VR Pokemon Snap. That would be pretty cool. Oh, that's what it is. A new. Oh, but I don't even know if we'd get it because that's not through Nintendo directly. A new Story of Seasons could be pretty swell. Ooh, what if we get Deltarune? I don't think we would get Deltarune info, but we might. Oh yeah, Labo. I forgot that existed. And genuinely, if I think of Nintendo Labo, I think about Germa. Sonic Mania Plus, that's it. I knew you guys would know. Yeah, okay, we mentioned Kirby earlier. I don't necessarily expect us to get Kirby, but I would be delighted to hear it. It just feels like Kirby always comes out of nowhere. Like, it'll be like such an unassuming Nintendo Direct. Nothing special. No special kind of date or anything. And then just, hey, you want Kirby? Oh, yeah, we do. You know? So maybe, but I feel like they never launch with Kirby. I don't like that you can't mod games on the Steam Deck. It's the whole reason I put so much into my tower for the literal hundreds of mods I have for Skyrim and Fallout. As a, generally, console player, I'm not made or broken in my enthusiasm with mods. Modding sounds difficult and challenging. What little modding I have done, one, and I don't do mods, but like games with mods. One of them is on the PlayStation 5. Baldur's Gate has some mods. And I don't need big ones necessarily. Allison is far more inclined to get mods. I generally just prefer like maybe, yeah, like aesthetic mods, you know? I don't want to change the whole gameplay, necessarily. That being said, though, Stardew Valley needs mods. So, how much can I really blame you, War Thunder? Because Stardew Valley, if you're playing vanilla Stardew, you are playing an actively bad game. And that is hyperbolic. It's still great, but Takalui's portraits, and the portraits in general are really swell, but Takalui is my personal favorite. Fixing things like making you not have to hold shift to run, thank God. Making it so that I don't have to do the crappy fishing minigame, thank the Lord. Letting me be able to pause time inside. Yes, please! Vanilla Stardew is unplayable, in my opinion, so I super get it, War Thunder. If someone was like, just play Stardew on a Steam Deck, but you don't get any of your mods, I'd be like, genuinely, what's even the fucking point? Where his new game at? I know, right? That's I'm so there with you. Sly Cooper Game 4 has now been cancelled. That sucks, man. People cared for Mighty and Ray mostly thanks to the Sonic Archie comics. Yeah, but they don't care about, like the mammoth guy whose name I don't know. Bunny Rabbit! Where is she? I think she's owned by Pendleton, and so she wouldn't show up in the games anyway. But I guess that makes sense. I know people want a Kid Icarus game, but knowing Twitter, they probably wouldn't buy it. I care 0% about Kid Icarus personally. I've never played any of them. Do people just want one because Palutena's hot? Is that it? Is that... Oh, no, actually, I was gonna say Fire Emblem, but we just recently got Fire Emblem. We got Engage not too long ago. It's just what a bummer that Engage really didn't garner the same kind of, like, internet fan works as, like, Three Houses. I am disappointed at the lack of fan art of all the guys and gals from Engage. I think you can mod stuff on the Steam Deck. People have played Mario 64 on the Steam Deck. I wouldn't know. I tend to not like playing handheld in general. My arms get tired. I've got this monitor in front of me all the time anyway. Might as well utilize it. That's how I personally. I don't think there's anything that I'm like. I remember when Animal Crossing first dropped, I kept my Switch next to my bed so then I could wake up. And then first thing is, stay comfy in bed and play some Animal Crossing. But that's been the only time. And even then, you know, like, you put it into docked mode, and it's like, look at all these details I was missing when it was a teeny weeny little screen. The best thing about being able to undock the Switch is during a power outage, your Switch just thinks, you've undocked me, and then you can keep playing, or at least save the game. And then, you know, wait for your power to turn back on. Shift makes you slower in Stardew? Is that true? Whatever it is, you don't have to hold the run button to run with one simple handy dandy little mod. And thank goodness, because don't make me hold the proverbial B button. Hi Messiah, welcome. We're talking about games we'd like to see announced for the Switch 2. Word on the street is there's gonna be a Switch 2 Direct next week, and so we're discussing that. I actually started modding my games on PC with the game Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name in Yakuza. And wow, I got modded movesets. That fixes the biggest issue with their gameplays. Yay! I have considered making portraiture mods for Stardew Valley. Wow, wait, that's a lot of work. But I think it could be fun. But, like, there's also a part of me that's like, if I'm gonna do that much work, I think I'd rather just make my own game. Like, make a visual novel. Because I think I would like to make a visual novel at some point. But, I'm a busy girl. I got a lot of things. I don't own a PC, so I can't even play mods. But I want a mod where you can romance the traveling cart lady. She's so pretty. Traveling cart lady? Oh, in Stardew Valley. That could be neato. I want one, and you know, you and I, we're living in these, like, dream worlds. I want one where you can romance the, Gunter, the guy who manages the museum. That doesn't exist out there, and that makes me sad. Had a console before I built my tower, so I play the game legit on PlayStation, but then I mod the crap out of them on my tower. The only true way for it to be. It is wild to say. Is it wild to say I love Princess Peach game? Oh, like the dress up one that she got recently. I've watched Alpha Rad, and I think also RT Game. Yeah, I watched their videos on that. It does look charming. It looks really cute. It looks a little repetitive. Like, some sections just look a lot better than others, but I really like the dress up gimmick. Because, what a surprise. I like outfits. It's a real bummer I haven't been able to play Infinity Nikki because its servers will just not let me stay connected, and it's like, fuck this. I'm not gonna play a loading screen, you know, but, I think it seemed swell. I'd love to see another Princess Peach game come around where she gets to stay a princess, though, where she gets to run around and do things in a dress, because she could. Pac-Man, huh? I remember playing one of those 3D Pac-Mans. It was decent. Pac-Man is a tough one to transition into the third dimension. He really wasn't made with, you know, a whole world in mind. Engage has the issue. I'm behind, in case you guys couldn't tell. I'm behind. I'm trying to catch up. Engage has the issue of a very strange design choice for their main character, looking like Colgate toothpaste. So, no, that's not true. And I'm gonna do a spoiler for a game that's a couple years old now. So, good guys in Fire Emblem are colored blue. That's traditionally, like, the color associated with them in menus. Bad guys are the color red. And wow, I wonder if there might be a story-related reason why the main character has red and blue hair. There is a reason. And, spoiler, the red part goes away when something special happens. I think it looks fine. I think it looks fine. I do think it is less egregious on male version of the protagonist. Female version having longer hair just makes it a lot more of that, but I never thought she or he looked bad. It's a bit on the nose for what they were trying to do. Like, even before playing the game, it's like, so their dad's gonna be evil and their mom's gonna be good, right? Like, that's gonna be the gimmick. But perhaps next time, just a slightly... I like a lot more of the other characters, that's the thing. The character designer, you might know all best for designing, Bae? Is that her fucking name? From Hololive? The rat girl. She's chaos, and her design is similarly, not ugly, but, too fucking much, and it works for her because she's supposed to represent chaos. So clearly this artist just really likes saturation, and they know how to use it well. But, that being said, Serge, I will say that, I can understand why, Alir, I think that's the protagonist's name, pushed some people away in terms of design. They're definitely not my favorite of the protagonists by any means, but I think a lot of their other characters look really good. So, and especially even other colorful characters. So, yeah, a bit of a bummeroni that one character having red and blue hair has arbitrarily stopped so many people from playing a game that is more fun, has better gameplay, better characters, and, I'm gonna say it, better character designs than Three Houses. It's just the truth. Yeah, I was trying to catch up to you guys, and I just kept talking. I'm never gonna catch up. I'm never gonna reach the bottom of chat. This is what I get for scrolling up once. That moment when the power goes out and you're in front of a Lionel. Yeah. Luckily, it would just be like, well, I'll find that Lionel again. Somewhere. Dragon Ball game sucks, there's no fixing it. I really liked Xenoverse 2. I didn't play the first one. But Xenoverse 2? That's fun stuff. I liked that. I liked being able to fly around. Give me an As the Sky Falls video game, Twins. Yo, that'd be fucking Superfly. It would actually be terrible. As the Sky Falls would make for a horrible video game. If I were to make a visual novel, I would want it to be, inspired by, like, Harvest Moon. So, there you go. Yes, I love Gunther. Marlin, though. Sad thing with the Archie characters, there are a lot of Sonic characters, that want Bunny, Sally, and Co to come back. But yeah, IDW, like, they can't. Yeah, there's a whole thing. Mammoth Mogul, is that really his name? Goddamn. Yeah, Ken Penders owns all of them, and it's a huge bummeroni, because what a freak weirdo. And also his art is, like, I'm not one to shit on art, but he's a freak weirdo, so it feels like it's okay to say his art is bad. But, yeah, it's, maybe someday a bunch of them could come back. But until then, Sonic's got plenty of other friends that he can play with. Speaking of Infinity Nikki, even though I like the game, the gacha elements have actually made the game so much less fun for me. It's not too much of an issue for me. Wow, one taker, 5 whole streams! It's not so much an issue for me because... How do I say this? So first, I'm not too worried about having full sets of outfits. I like to mix and... I'd rather mix and match. Sets anyway, but I can totally understand if you're like, I want them for a different ability. You know, I want to be able to fly like a butterfly. I don't want to fly like a bubble. I can super get that. And they have them so often. There's a million goddamn gachas, it feels like. And here's the thing. All the outfits look the fucking same. They have like 3 silhouettes that they just keep cycling over and over and over. Ball gown, short Lolita dress, and then like sleek, you know, kind of Marilyn Monroe-y looking, you know, and that's it. It's just, they're doing the same thing over and over and over, and I'm already fucking bored. I'm already bored of the lack of variety in Infinity Nikki, and it's like, you're this early in the game, and why haven't we gotten, like, some good pants? Why haven't we gotten some, you know, different shapes of dresses? Why are we not experimenting with jackets more, with sleeves more? Like, we're really gonna do the same thing over and over and over and over and over? So yeah, I can super get the gacha elements. Also, because that's the thing, a lot of the outfits are given to us for free, which is really nice. But I can super get it if it's like, all I want is that one hair. And you have to do a gacha and hope you get that one hair, which is it is how gachas work. But they have so many events, like, pretty consistently, and everything feels limited. Like, that's the problem. They've only got the one permanent gacha, and then everything else is a limited gacha, and it's like, well, I don't want this. I don't want to constantly feel like I need to spend money on your limited bullshit. So it's rough. It do be rough. I so understand. It reminds me of God of War Ragnarok. The subtitles use Tyr, but one is revealed to be Odin, and you find the real one. Subtitles switch to Tyr with like the K over the Y. That's fascinating. It's real flippin' neato. That's entered my lexicon out of nowhere, by the way. Real flippin' neato. That makes sense. I mean, yeah, I understand that. Genuinely, I'm being honest. Like, Alear did kind of drift me away. I liked Three Houses, and even think the other characters look great and engaged. See, yeah, and it is a bummer that Alear's design, despite having, like, a good reason for it, and it's a good iteration of what they wanted to do. Like, having half blue, half red hair and having it look good, is tough, especially at the level of saturation that they tend to do, you know? Like, Alear doesn't even look that bad, but it was so jarring. It's so anime in a world where most other characters were like, you got anime hair colors, but it's generally a lot of, like, blue, which just looks, that's anime black, anime black hair. Blondes, brunettes, like, more realistic, kind of grounded designs, and then Alear comes flying in with half red, half blue hair, and also heterochromia, and it's like, and all of that on top of Engage. I didn't think it was a mainline game. Like, it's marketing pushing the Engage gimmick. And I was like, okay, so this is some side game, some spin-off. And it's like, no, that's a mainline game. What? So, the marketing sucked, and then the protagonist we just jumped in character design. And, if you look at all the Fire Emblem games in a row, you can see its art style change with the times. We had retro designs with the, boys with their thighs all out, you know how anime fantasy boys used to be designed. And then, like, they transitioned into more modern eras, and we got, oops, all Berserk flavor with, like, Ike's games, and so it's not even necessarily like, oh, they suddenly changed, but it was just a bit of a sudden change, which is a shame, because I think Engage was really fun. Would there be romance? JK, unless, you mean if I were to make a game? No, probably not. Great question, though. Been trying to get into House of the Dead. I don't know what that is. Is that one of those ones where you type and kill zombies? Because that's what my brain thinks of. Have you heard about the echidna egg microwave incident? What? No, I haven't. What happened? That sounds awful. Is this a Sonic thing or is this real life? The real questions we need to ask. I always lose track of time. Twin streams are too powerful. It is pretty easy for me to chit-chat for way longer than I ought to. So adios, Surge. Echidna microwave. What does that mean? Also known as had a bad dream, microwave the baby. It's Ken Pender Sonic. Oh. You know what? I'll abstain from learning more. Have like half an hour. How we doing here? We're doing alright, but actually I think I'm going to wrap up soon, because I've got a lot of work I need to do. So, just wanted to do a little chit-chatting with you guys. We got a lot of very productive chit-chatting done. But I need to get back to editing. Editing my whole life away because I am a busy goyle. So, yeah. Arrived late, I am the Excalibur now. You are. Everyone point and laugh. Ha ha. Ha ha. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Sorry, Coral Palette. You arrived just like Excalibur, right as stream ends. Fun chatting. It was pretty fun chatting. I look forward to seeing if any of our hundreds of ha 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 any of our wishes come true. That'd be really swell next week. The twins had more time. Visual novel be more likely. See, that's the thing. I wish I didn't have to go to the back rooms to work, so then I could stay home and do all this work I want to do, on top of all the other work, and also my other work, and also my other work. I have a lot of work. But that's gonna be it for today. See you on the flip side. Make smart choices. Eat your vegetables, drink your water. Goodbye.